Screens are always available, entertaining, educational, and, well, cheap babysitters. But as a babysitter, they may end up being a very expensive proposition. You see, screens send the bill for their services years later as part of a bad body chemistry package. The reason? They wired your little one to be a couch potato. Now, there's plenty of research pointing out the dangers of being sedentary at any age. And the idea that sitting is the new smoking has traction. But it seems that TV watching is especially problematic for children. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we find out why and what you can do to safeguard yourself and your kids from TV's dangers. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Now, your muscle framework, that is the number of muscle fibers, is pretty much set at birth. They will lengthen and thicken, but you won't get any more per se. The cells doing the growing are special little muscle stem cells called satellite cells, and they hang around the edges of the muscle fibers. They exist in a sleepy stupor most of the time. What gets them out of bed is a muscle injury. Don't panic. We're not talking about some horrendous event that leaves you incapacitated for months. Every time you work out hard, a little damage happens. This is why you wake up stiff and sore when you do something out of the ordinary. The muscles got injured. In these moments, satellite cells come to the rescue. Now, they don't do the job alone. Macrophages assist in patching up the muscle. But at the end of the day, you didn't get new muscle. You maintained the muscle that you already had. Well, maybe you're thinking, what about the dudes using anabolic steroids? They muscle up, don't they? Actually, they also not getting more muscle per se. Testosterone does love to torment those little sleepy satellite cells. So in his presence, new muscle cells are made and they merge into the already existing muscle fibers. You see, a muscle fiber is not one cell with one nucleus. It's a conglomerate of cells with hundreds to thousands of nuclei. The official name for these little nuclei are myonuclei, and satellite cells are the source of these myonuclei. Testosterone, whether it's natural or exogenous, causes more myonuclei to join the muscle fiber. Do they all stick around? No. Myonuclei do have an expiry date, so their presence is fleeting, but having more is most advantageous. You see, each nuclei has a sphere of influence. It's only able to service and support the organelles in its immediate vicinity. A muscle with fewer nuclei has less resources to grow and prosper. A muscle with lots of nuclei is well endowed. Sometimes too well endowed, but that's a story for another day. Back to the kids in front of the TV. In the window between birth and puberty, the little stem cells that make muscle don't hang around in a sleepy nirvana. They're actively dividing to ensure that the muscles get longer and thicken up to support your expanding frame. So the number of myonuclei increases. The terminology for this is accretion. The details of the window are still a little sketchy in humans, but researchers are confident it exists, and they know in mice it shuts off when puberty commences. Now, it is a developmental process, so it's going to happen whether you're sitting on the couch watching TV or playing soccer every waking moment. But it is influenced by muscle activity. And this is where that TV babysitter bites. Tots watching too much TV end up being muscle flops. This was shown in the Quebec longitudinal study of child development. This study documented the TV habits of little ones. They found that the average viewing time clocked in at 8.8 hours for 2.5-year-olds, bumping up to 14.8 hours as the kids got older. But this is average. Some little TV addicts were pulling in over 18 plus hours of Barney and Friends, along with adverts for junk food. Flash forward. When these little ones reached the ripe old age of 10, they were called in for a fitness cum fatness assessment. As expected, the big TV addicts at 4.5 years old were a little bigger than the children who were spending less time in front of the TV. But this is not the key finding of the study. The takeaway is that the big TV watchers were pretty lousy on the sports field. Standing long jumps, which is a good indication of overall athletic ability, became shorter by a couple of centimeters with each additional hour of TV watched at the age of 29 months. And so what? Well, if you're not good at something, do you want to do it? Probably not. And this is the point. Too much TV as a tot wires you to be a lifelong couch potato. And that missing muscle mass sets you on a trajectory for metabolic issues. So as tempting as it might be to park your little one in front of the screen, be wary of that free babysitter. It's important to ensure your little one develops the right muscles and moves. A person with properly developed muscles is going to find it a whole lot easier to get moving. Now, official guidelines suggest limiting screen time for tots to no more than 2 hours a day. So, what if you need a babysitting service? Or you're a certified TV addict already? Well, I have some suggestions. Make watching TV uncomfortable and frequently interrupt the sitting. These simple moves will help you to create better body chemistry while watching the telly. For more ideas, visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who's a certified TV addict? Share this video with them so they understand the dangers and, more importantly, how to mitigate the risks. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.